Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 10 of the high school football season. I can't believe it, but we're at the end of the regular season. Of course, we hope that several teams go deep into the postseason. We're here at the Parkland High School TV studio. We got two special ladies to help us with the picks this week. To my immediate left is kind of an old friend of mine. We've done this a couple times in the past. Teagan Tremba, know the Tremba family well. On my far left is Julianna Gavirati.
Yes.
I added that little spice there. You're a sophomore?
Yes, I'm a sophomore.
And of course, Teagan, you're a junior.
Yes.
I can't believe it. You used to be a little freshman. Now you're a little...
Well, I still am little. Now I'm just a junior, but...
How's the family doing? I always have to ask you about your famous family.
The family's doing well. My brother Trey's working very hard at Army.
Yeah.
And Ty, he's at Franklin Marshall in his senior year. He's a quarterback, and he's on pace to break the all-time passing record there, so that's very exciting. You know, I have a Google Sheet tracking it. We just don't tell him because he doesn't want to know. But.
Okay. Well, that's great. They're great people. They're great kids to cover. I wish them all well. I even know your mom. I did some stuff for her. Where she did like a journalism day. 1 year, I think, was at El Tri-C. 1 year was at, and she's still doing that stuff, but 1 year was at Kutztown, I believe.
Yeah, I think the first year was at Kutztown. Last year was at El Tri-C, and then she's going to do it again this year. So.
Awesome, awesome. And what do you like as a student here? Are you involved in anything besides this wonderful TV program?
Yeah, I'm involved. I do basketball, I do flag football. I'm excited for the season to come up because last year was our first inaugural season.
How'd you guys do, by the way?
We only have 4 games. We played Emmaus and Palisades. We won both times against Palisades, and then we lost against Emmaus both times.
Give a plug for this awesome, and I mean we're in a state-of-the-art studio here that no one, maybe some people have it, but very few people have at a high school studio like this. Give a plug to this program.
Yeah, there's tons of hardworking students in the studio, and Mr. Greth, he does amazing with us. He's very helpful. Everyone just comes in here. We do sports, we do segments, so people report like what's been going on in the community and the school, and it's just really cool for all of us to come together and do it.
You enjoy it, Teagan?
Yeah, I'm not in the studio. I just do the commentating in this with you, which I love. But when I come here, I love everyone does their job. Even if they need a little guidance, a little help, and I think it is amazing because it kind of gives everyone experience and a head start in front of other high schoolers maybe, because other high schools don't have this. I mean, if we could show you back there, there's so many things. And the first time I came here, I was really amazed with all the technology here.
Having done some TV work and still do a radio show, and I know it's not easy, and I think it's great to have a program like this to help get you prepared if you want to pursue a career in TV and radio, and there's a lot of opportunities out there. Anyway, enough of this pleasantry stuff. Let's get to the meat of the schedule here. Should we do it?
Yes.
I'm pumped up. It's week 10. It's rivalry week. Get the Trojan over here. I want to see how we would get together with that Green Hornet. That might be fun. He's got the sword. Yes, indeed. Let's talk about, first of all, probably the game of the weekend, folks. And I know we like to focus here on the EPC, but the game, maybe in the state of Pennsylvania, is happening right up the road, right up 309 at New Tripoli. The 9-0 Southern Lehigh Spartans, number 1 in the state, by the way, in 4A, taking on the Northwestern Lehigh Tigers, who are also 9-0. They're number 2 in the state in 3A. Of course, they are the defending champions in the state of Pennsylvania in 3A. It's a mega matchup. It should be a tremendous atmosphere up there in New Tripoli. Julianna, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I think Northwestern, I think they're going to win this. I mean, being the defending champs and then state runner-up years before that. And their QB, Maris Komet, I just think they have the team and the experience.
Teagan?
I never really realized how dominant Northwestern is as a program
fantastic.
until I went. I do some D11 sports reporting, and I went to some Northwestern Lehigh games, and that's when I realized how dominant they are. But I also did go to a Southern Lehigh game, and Sean Steckert, their running back, he really impressed me. He's having a very good season. But I do agree with Julianna. I think just they are very powerful. Northwestern Lehigh, they're very well coached. So I think they will win this game.
You're going Tigers?
Yes, but it's going to be a good game.
Tigers, yeah.
Well, it should be a great game.
Yes.
It's tough to go against the Southern Lincoln because they've been unbelievable. You mentioned Steckert, you mentioned, I believe, Colton Sams, their quarterback, who's a record breaker. But I can't go against an undefeated football team they haven't lost it a long time. I mean, they've only lost like one game in 3 years. Until somebody could knock off the Tigers, I'm not going to believe it. So I'm going Tigers as well. One more game from the Colonial League. Lehighton is at Jim Thorpe. They're both 4-5 guys. They're both going to be in the District 11 4A tournament. They're both looking for some momentum here. This is a rivalry, maybe not quite as big as Emmaus and Parkland and Southern Lehigh Northwestern, but it's a big rivalry to the folks up there. You have a thought on this one?
I think it's going to be a close game. I have 24-17 Lehighton.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game. They just came off a loss. I'm sorry, Jim Thorpe came off of a loss to North Schuylkill, but I think it will be a close game.
Teagan?
The one thing I found interesting when doing my research about these teams, because obviously we're not in the Colonial League,
right,
so I'm not
sure.
as familiar, is they both lost to North Schuylkill in the same exact score.
Okay.
And they had the same record, so that was kind of telling me that they're very similar. But I think that Lehighton stats kind of popped out more to me. So I think Lehighton will win by a field goal, 17-14.
Okay, that's a close one. Lehighton, I believe it was Lehighton, maybe you guys, when in doing your research, earlier in the year, Lehighton gave Southern Lehigh all they wanted. It was a 1-point game, I think, and for a long time it looked like Lehighton was going to win that game, and then Southern Lehigh pulled it out. Anybody that can play tough with Southern Lehigh gets my respect. Tom McCarroll, know him well. He used to coach at Whitehall. Good man. I don't know. It's a toss-up. Flip the coin, but I'm going to go Indians with you guys, I think, on this one. All right, let's get to the EPC. We got some matchups to the north before we come down to the heart of the valley. First up, Stroudsburg 5-4 at Pleasant Valley 4-5. Stroudsburg still is not, they don't have that coveted green stripe. If you go on the District 11 power rankings, they're still seeking that green stripe, which means they would be in the tournament. Pleasant Valley, we know, is in the tournament. Pleasant Valley, one of 4 teams. All the 4, even before they take a snap, they know they're going to be in the district tournament. Pleasant Valley is the triple option team. Stroudsburg's been playing good football. Your thoughts?
I think Stroudsburg is going to win. Stroudsburg won last year, 35-21. And I was looking at the Pleasant Valley games. They just haven't been putting up enough points in order to win games. So I'm going to go with Stroudsburg on this one.
Did have a nice win, though, over Pocono Mountain West last week. The week before, they were shut out by Pocono Mountain East. They bounced back. But by the way, Pleasant Valley was 0 for the season last year. So the fact that they're even got 4 wins is impressive for the Bears. Teagan?
We did see Pleasant Valley play
That's
against
right. They were down here.
Yeah, so we commentated that game. Obviously, Parkland, we just have a bigger school, so Parkland dominated that game. But the other thing I noticed is that I feel like Stroudsburg has been challenged a little bit more this year. They played, I believe they played Easton, Emmaus, and Liberty, so they've played bigger teams that I feel like challenge them. And I feel like in this game, maybe that will give them the upper hand in this game. That I think Stroudsburg is going to win. So.
Just based on need. Stroudsburg may, until you get that green stripe, you're never assured of being in the district tournament. I think when you're more desperate, when you have a bigger need, sometimes that propels you to victory. I'm going to go with the Mounties on the road. That's going to be another game. There's going to be a lot of folks up there. They're going to be getting after it up there in Broadheadsville. All right, staying in the Poconos. Pocono Mountain West 5-4 at Pocono Mountain East at 6-3. By the way, what a job Dustin Thomas, the East coach, has done. They were like a 1-win football team last year, 6-3. The Cardinals hosting the Panthers. Julianna?
I think Pocono Mountain East is going to win. I just think both these teams, they've been playing good. Pocono Mountain East beat Pleasant Valley 28-0, and Pocono Mountain West won 17-13 against them this year. Yeah, I think it'll be a good win.
You like East, but you like East.
Yeah.
You're going East. How about you, Teagan?
Yeah, I think I agree with Juliana, what she just said. The one interesting thing that I did notice is that Pocono Mountain West has won the last 5 years of this matchup, but this year I feel like the odds are in more favor of Pocono Mountain East.
No. East, by the way, has got a phenomenal quarterback. C.J. Surfoss is his name. They have a kid named Amari Green, who's a really talented running back.
144 rushing yards he's averaging.
There you go. Wow. I mean, that says a lot. He's one of the top running backs in all the EPC. They have a very good receiver. I can't think of his name, but right off the top of my head. But they have 3 nice offensive weapons. I'm going East in this one. I have great respect for the Panthers and Coach McCarroll up there. But I'm going East, and they're going to be formidable. I still like Whitehall in 5A, but they're going to be formidable in that tournament. All right, let's get to the heart of the Lehigh Valley. We got some teams that you guys know a lot, and everybody, I think, around here knows a lot more about. The Whitehall Zephyrs, you took it to them the other night, last Thursday. They're 7-2. They traveled to Allentown Central Catholic. The Vikings are 5-4. Juliana?
I have to go with Whitehall on this one. Last year, Whitehall won 35-0, and in all of their games except for Parkland, they've put up 33 points or more on offense. They don't have the home field advantage, but I think their consistent effort is going to lead them.
Okay.
Both my parents went to Whitehall, so I don't want to hate on Whitehall, and I also love Saquon Barkley, but I think I'm going to disagree with Julianna and take Central on this one, just because we saw Central play Parkland, and they only lost 7. Parkland beat them 37-7, and I feel like that game, I don't know if Whitehall was off last Thursday, maybe the Thursday threw them off a little bit, but it was a lot closer, the Central and Parkland game, than the Whitehall game was, so I'm going to take Central in this one. But it's going to be a close game.
So I could break the tie in this one, okay. I don't know how Whitehall's going to respond. I mean, they have been rolling. I think they had won like 6 in a row. When you get Mercy Rule like they did, that was a non-competitive, it was in some ways stunning how non-competitive that game was. I don't know how that team is going to respond. They're going to fire back, or is that one loss going to lead to 2? This is a great rivalry that's brewing between well, it's actually not brewing, it's been in existence for a long time. Central's had a great year. It's tough. It's not because my wife went to Whitehall. I'm going to go Zephyrs or with a bounce back. I think those Dog Mannon's kids are not going to take it on the chin 2 weeks in a row, but it's going to be close. I'm going to go Zephyrs in that one. Northampton, big win by Northampton last week. Stunned Nazareth. Maybe one of the most surprising results of the EPC season. Juliana, now the Concrete Kids travel to Bethlehem Catholic.
I chose Northampton on this one. I think they have been very constant. Last year, Northampton won this matchup 21-20. So very close game, 1 point difference. And I noted that Northampton has won 3 games by 29 points or more, and I thought that just shows their consistent efforts.
Teagan?
I mean, I watched their game against Nazareth, and I was blown away. Their running back, Chase Kessler, had more than 300 yards rushing.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, so
he's got a great future.
Yeah, so that impressed me a lot. I know Nazareth has had some hiccups with the injury of Peyton Falzone, which we'll get to later, but I think that still, Nazareth so is a powerhouse, and they're a strong team, and they have a lot of talent. So the way that they beat them and just, like, they got an onside kick and they
Two
did it again. Yeah, they did 2 in a row.
Football, 2 in a row. That was stunning.
Like, and I think that just
They've been a great game to keep away from Nazareth.
Yeah, I think it just showed the grittiness of Northampton. So I'm going to take the Concrete Kids this one.
Here's the problem, when we don't have injury reports. Like NFL, they have an injury report. I don't know the status of Becca's Caden Vassa or Carter Vassa.
Yeah.
One's the quarterback who's become more of a running back, and the other, Carter's been a wide receiver. If they play and they're at 100%, I think Becca's got a great chance. If they don't play, I think Northampton's going to roll. I'm going to go with Northampton. I think they're hot. They had the big victory over Nazareth. They maybe got to boost the confidence because that was a signature win for them. I'm going to go Concrete Kids. Don't think it's going to be a blowout, though. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I'm going with the orange and black of Northampton. All right. Easton at Nazareth, a big one. The only other undefeated team in the league besides Parkland is Easton, are 9-0. Going to Nazareth 7-2. The Blue Eagles stunned last week on the road at Northampton. They're going to want to come back. This game, by the way, did you look this one up from last year?
I know, it was,
What was it, 63, 56? What was it, 55?
55, yeah.
It was like a basketball. The point is,
it was a basketball
score. Now, Peyton Falzone played in that game. He's not going to play in this one. Cooper Matson, who is the son of the superintendent of the Parkland School District, by the way, he's done really well as a replacement, and he's going to have a great future. He's only a sophomore, but big stage here for him. Easton 9-0. They've gotten away with a couple wins where they didn't play their best. They won by field goals the last 2 weeks. Your thoughts on the Red Rovers and the Blue Eagles?
I took Easton on this one. I mean, as you mentioned, without Nazareth's quarterback, Auburn commit, Peyton Falzone, I think they've been at a loss, but like you said, their backup quarterback has been doing a great job. And Easton has just been so dominant. I mean, like you said, the only other undefeated team, and so I had to take Easton on this one.
Easton, okay.
I mean, right now without Paintball Zone, I just don't know if Nazareth has what it takes to beat Easton.
They still Marquise Whipple, who started his career here.
Yeah, they are undefeated. So, you know, I had Easton winning by a lot. I don't know if that will be the case. But the one thing is, when I saw Easton play against my brother his senior year, I remember Cole Ordway was the quarterback.
Yes.
And he struggled a little bit that game against Parkland, but I remember him showing a lot of sparks that he could be really good, and he's doing well this season, being a really versatile QB. So I think that Easton will win this game, but it might be closer than I expected. We'll see.
Just like I said about Northwestern, until somebody beats Easton, I won't believe it. So I'm going to go Easton. I think Nazareth will be breathing fire. Tom Falzone, their excellent head coach, will make some adjustments. But I look for the Blue Eagles to bounce back with a really good effort. I don't think it will be enough. I don't think they have the defense that can stop Easton. Cole Ordway will make plays. They have a good running back named Chris Martinez. They have some pass-catching weapons. I'm going Easton, but it's going to be a high-scoring, close game. All right, a couple more. Deer 1-9 at Allen. It's the 69th meeting between the Allentown Public Schools. Both teams obviously continue to struggle. Allen did start 3-0. Now they're 3-6. I say 3-7. They're 3-6. Deerf is 1-8. I already put. I hate to say this, but I already put losses for both teams. 1-8 against 3-6. My apologies. Deerf at Allen. Obviously, they both play Jay Bernie Crum. Doesn't matter who's the home team. Juliana.
I took Allen on this one.
Okay.
Last year, Allen won against this matchup 20-14.
In overtime?
Yes, and when I was researching, I saw that Deerf has had 3 blowouts this year, scoring no points on offense, and I just think that's just going to affect them in this matchup.
Teagan?
I think this game will be really close. I feel like it usually is really close. You know, I consider them both on the same level. But, you know, Allen, just looking at their record, they had 3 more wins, were able to, you know, produce a little bit more on offense when we saw them play here at Parkland compared to what Deerf did against Parkland. So I'm going to take Allen in this one, but I think it'll be really close. I have Allen 14-7.
Well, I'm a Deerf alum. I can't go against the Huskies in this one. I know Allen has a few more wins. One was a forfeit win, by the way. Husky pride is, you know, it's been a tough year. It seems like there's nothing but tough years for both of these programs. I think the Huskies rise up and pull a surprise. After losing in overtime to Allen last year, I'm going to go Huskies on this one. Big one, I'll be at this one Saturday afternoon, Liberty. I love my bands. You know I love my bands. Those who watch these videos every week, Parkland's up there. That Lady Gaga thing is awesome. Stevie Wonder's tribute, oh my goodness, I could watch that 100 times and still enjoy it as much on the 100th time as the first time. Yeah. Great band you guys have. Awesome band. But Liberty has always been number 1 to me. The Grenadier Band Special. Freedom's got a good band. Besides that, this is a pretty good football game. It's because Saturday afternoon they're going to pack Bethel Mary School District Stadium. Both teams, I think, are going to be in the playoffs. They will be in the playoffs. The Hurricanes 6-3 right now. Freedom 5-4. Your thoughts?
I took Freedom on this one by field goal. Last year, Freedom won 44-24, and I know that doesn't have much to say with this year, but they've also won the last 3 matchups. So I had to go with Freedom on this one. I think they've been dominant. 5-4 record. So I went for
They've been playing good football. You guys thumped them early in the year. They started 0-2, 1-3. Jason Rhodes is one of the best coaches, along with Tim Monsman in the area. And he's brought this team along. They were so close to upsetting Easton last week. It's tough to go against them. But I'll let Teagan weigh in before I do.
I feel like Freedom, like you said, struggled in the beginning of the season.
They played a very tough schedule.
And I also think that Liberty has a few more weapons. I just saw one of their wide receivers, I believe, just committed to Lehigh.
Jake Puxon?
Yes, he just committed to Lehigh the other day. And they have a really solid quarterback, Antonio Fontanez. So I think this game is going to be really close, but I took Liberty 28-24. I think it's going to be a really close game. That's going to be an exciting environment on this Saturday morning, but
They'll have like close to 10,000 people over there,
Yeah,
and the bands, all the middle school bands show up. It's a spectacle. It's one of my favorite events of the whole football season. I don't know. It's tough. You went Liberty. You went Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom. Jason Roeder, he gets those kids so fired up. I think Freedom does it. I think Freedom, Jason Roeder, oh my goodness. But I think you're right, Liberty's got the weapons. All right, finally, the Trojan's been waiting. I pity him. He's over there tired, he's a little fatigued. But listen.
Never. The Trojans are never fatigued.
The Trojan will be riding high on Friday night. It's a big one right out here at Parkland School District Stadium. I don't think you have a name for it. Is that Parkland School District Stadium? It's Orfield Middle School.
It's Orfield Stadium.
You got to come up with a name. Call it the Trojan Stadium.
Yeah.
Get a name for something. What the heck? All right, we got Emmaus. Now, this is a rematch, by the way, of the District 11 6A title game. Last year, unbelievable turnaround. Week 10, over at Emmaus. What was it, 27-0? Something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Emmaus took it to them. 3 weeks later, they met again for the district final, and Parkland prevailed for another district championship. Emmaus has not had the season we thought they would have. Parkland's been great, as we expected they would be. Julianna, your thoughts?
I had to take Parkland on this one. I just think their defense has been so dominant, and their junior quarterback, Finn Cohen, I think because he started this year, I think he's been so calm, cool, and collective that, once your quarterback is calm, your whole team's calm. And I think he's done a great job on really guiding this team. So I had to take Parkland on this.
Teagan?
This isn't a question. We're not Parkland. I'm wearing a Parkland football shirt. We had to go with Parkland. Never could go with Emmaus. Cedar Crest bleeds red. But obviously Parkland, you mentioned Finn Cohen, who's doing an amazing job as the quarterback this year. I think he's done a very good job of running the offense, but also we have to mention TJ Lawrence, who has multiple Division I offers. Another weapon that I feel like is very underrated is Nas Adams on the defensive side and offensive side. He just has so much speed; it's like a turbo. So I'm obviously taking Parkland.
They have so many guys. We could spend another 10 minutes talking about each individual. I've really been impressed with, I believe your brother played with another Spang, Liam Spang.
Yeah.
I say bang and Spang. He's been fantastic both on offense and defense. Hard-hitting guy.
Repping number 22 well.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's representing your brother's old number. I can't go against Parkland. I think the Trojans have been a dominant team all year. They're number 3 in the state. And I don't know, let's get this mascot in here. You can just block my shot here, buddy. It's great to see you. Are you the number 3 mascot in the state, you think? Are you up that high? Number 1, okay. It is so great to see you. Are you going to be waving that sword on Friday night? All right. Hey, thank you so much for having us out here. You do a great job. You represent the school well. And anything else you want to say anything to this guy?
Hopefully he brings energy. Orfield Stadium on Friday night. We'll be here commentating the game on Friday night, but go Trojans.
How can people watch the game real quick?
You can watch it on Parkland TV and film. There is a commentator's version, and there's also just a natural sound version. But join me and Julianna.
Well, you guys did a great job. I really appreciate you inviting me each and every year to come out here and do this with you. The Trojan, it's always great to see you, my friend. And I hope you stay in good shape, and I hope you're running around like a maniac on Friday night. And I hope it's a joyous night for everyone here. It's a great rivalry. And I know Mason's not had the best of teams, but this year, best of seasons. But they're going to come to fight. They're going to come to fight. You got to expect to be ready for a little rumble. They don't like to bow down to Parkland. It's going to be a great evening. Anything else we need to say?
Go Trojans.
Yeah.
Get involved in our contest, mcall.com/it's on. And you can get involved in the contest. We have a Colonial League Game of the Week, EPC Game of the Week every week. Winner gets a Yakos coupon. And Trojan, you like Yakos? Have you in the Yakos? Yeah, I bet. Hey, thank you so much for inviting us. Great to be with you. And we'll see you next week with another prediction video. Goodbye, everybody.